welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Great to have your company. We, of course, are coming to you live from Tower Bridge in London this morning with a very special edition of today's agenda. Well, Meghan Markle should be at her absolute happiest this week. She's marrying the love of her life and she's joining the royal family. But instead, she's dealing with humiliating family dramas. Her sister's staging paparazzi photos, her brother is publicly begging for a wedding invitation, and her father may or may not be walking Meghan down the aisle. It is an absolute schmozzle, and it's a clear reminder that no matter who you are, no one is immune to a dysfunctional family. So, how do you tackle it, and at what point do you draw the line? For today's agenda, I'm joined by radio host Tim Blackwell and psychologist Honey Lancaster-James. Good morning and welcome to you both.
Morning, Georgie.
Morning. Hey, or good evening, as the case may be.
Yeah. Oh, is it night time?
I don't know where I am. No. Well, you're on breakfast television in Australia, Honey, and it's lovely to have you with us. Let's start with embarrassing dads. Honey, this situation is awkward to say the least, but gee, your heart goes out for Meghan, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. I mean, I think probably the whole world feels sorry for her right now, and if anything positive comes out of this, then I hope it is that everybody will really embrace Meghan and take her to their hearts, because who wants to be going through this, you know, a few days before your wedding, which is a stressful enough time as it is. I think, you know, the whole debacle about whether he is coming, he isn't coming, whatever the reason, you know, that's an added pressure that no bride needs in these, you know, crucial few days. And of course, you know, when it comes to the big day, we want to be thinking about what's the dress like and is the bride going to be on time, not who's going to be walking you down the aisle if you need someone to walk you down the aisle.
Yeah, and Honey makes a good point, Tim, because it's a very emotional day for a bride, and if anything, she's looking to her father to be a stabling force, to be someone who she can lean on.
Normally it's the bridesmaid's job to take the spotlight off the bride, not the father.
Yes,
upstage the bride.
And where are we at now? Like, is he coming? Do we know that yet?
No, the
latest he's not coming.
The latest is that he's booked in now to have a surgical procedure, so he can't come.
And I think, like, the Queen would be most upset about this, because this is what happens when you invite a commoner into the royal family.
Although, let's face it, the royal family have had their string of dramas over the years.
Yeah. But have you seen Suits? You've seen Suits?
Yes.
It's terrible. The Queen would be outraged.
The Queen's apparently watched Suits.
Really?
Apparently.
Oh, no, and she's still okay with the whole wedding?
Well, apparently,
is it going ahead?
Apparently Harry showed her a watered-down version.
Good. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Edited highlights.
Edited highlights.
Nobody wants to show their grandmother those parts of their new wife, really, do they?
No, this is true. What is it, Honey, about weddings that seems to just trigger the worst in families? It really brings out the nasty behaviour.
It does. It can do. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, your family don't stop being your family just because there's a wedding on the horizon. So all of those same family dramas, all of the difficulties that you might have in getting along with each other are just magnified on that big day, because there's so much pressure. Everybody wants it to be perfect. It's, you know, everybody wants it to be picture perfect.
Well, should we separate people like they do at football games here? Like Chelsea supporters over here, Americans over here. Family are over there at the reception, and then friends are over there, so they can pop in and go, hello, lovely to see you.
But isn't the problem that the fighting is within the family? You know, like it's about the tension that's going on within the family.
Lucky there's no alcohol at weddings, then.
Well, doesn't that just bring everything to the surface?
Absolutely. Either relaxes you or makes you even more off the chart.
Well, it is the truth serum, isn't it, really? Well, any dramas at your wedding? Did you
I don't drink, Georgie, as you know.
Oh, OK. So... Don't make... I told you not to I told you not to make me laugh. I've got a very delicate throat situation, so you stop it. So you're a teetotaler, but what about the rest of the family?
Well, my wife... no.
Morning, Minnie.
Our wedding was great because we got married really young, and so I don't think we really had any of these pressures. So that's all I have to say on that. Over to you, Honey.
But actually, you make quite a serious point, because as you get a little bit older,
more baggage.
There's been more time.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, I don't know if I'd call it that, but, you know, there's been more time for there to be factions.
And we went on the front of papers, Georgie, even though I wanted to be. We went on front of papers. I mean, this town is obsessed by this wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, that must be really hard.
Well, hello, we're obsessed. That's why we're here. Hello.
Where are we again?
You're obsessed. You should be obsessed.
I'm obsessed.
You should be obsessed. Well, we asked our viewers on Facebook how have you dealt with family drama? And here are just some of the responses. Pete said there are no winners in a family drama. The good ones suffer, the bad ones continue to create hurt until they're closed out. Wow. Anne says, just move on. Mum will walk her down the aisle. Well, yes, that is looking very much
that would be nice.
to be the case.
That would be
very modern, honey.
I'm not losing hope on Dad yet, though.
No. Well, no, I think Dad's out, but that could change. And Jennifer says there's always a problem person at every wedding. Sad for Meghan because she probably knows her father is a loose cannon.
Oh.
Often that is the case, Tim, that one of the main sources of stress boils down to a particular family issue. Have you got... Don't look at me like that. Have you got any advice for that one person in the family who's just...
Stay home.
Don't come?
Yeah, stay home. It's not about you. Let these people get married. I think this eloping thing is a much better idea, don't you? Do you think they can get away with that?
That's what I would do. I have
Head
to
to
say.
Mykonos
Just run away from
on
it
a
all.
Ryanair flight for like £9 and get out of here?
Now you're talking. Oh, it's a
Honey, you're the
fantastic
expert.
idea.
Do you think that's what we're going to see? Meghan and Harry, like, getting on a private jet and just disappearing off to Mauritius?
Yeah, that'd be in Malta or something.
I bet she's tempted right now.
I bet they are
Yeah,
tempted.
yeah.
And frankly, you know, why not? I mean, with the, you know, the whole press invasion as well for her at this really personal time, it must be difficult. But of course, we're all interested.
Absolutely.
We all want to know what's going on, and everybody loves a wedding, even on a good day.
And I hasten to say that media interest is not going to wane.
No,
I mean, the next thing will be the pressure to have babies, and
That's
I mean,
it.
It's just ongoing. So
I think I give it about 10 minutes until people start talking about the clock ticking and all of this.
I know. Wouldn't want to be her, would you?
No, I really wouldn't. And not for all the money in the world. I wouldn't want to be royal either.
No.
Don't you? I've seen The Crown. That's a good documentary.
Yeah.
I want to be in the royal family.
Hey, Tim Blackwell, thanks for your insight today on relationships and
Thanks so much for calling me first, as always.
How to deal with dysfunctional families. And
Anytime, guys.
Look forward to having a cup of tea with you after.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sparkling mineral waters all around.
Honey, lovely to meet you. Thank you so much.